Hello, everyone, and welcome to another podcast. I would like to thank everyone that has been listening and continues to listen. And, as I always say, seeing it differently. We can't see this stuff the same way as our ancestors saw it because that's why we're still in the same position. Yeah, there's been some improvements. There's been this, there's been that. But when we sit down and we discuss it, they're doing the same thing. So we have to change something. We have to change something. I want to thank everyone that has been listening and welcome to the podcast. Let us agree to disagree. See, that means something. That means that, see, if we can just agree to disagree, guess what? We're going to be good to go. We can stop hating each other. We can stop hating on each other. We can, stop this indoctrination thing that has us so far separated. And I mean the racism that we have against ourselves. We don't even have to talk about, government or anything like that, just within ourselves. So, y'all know I always ask this question. I'm going to continue to ask this question until someone answers me. I give this, all the time to pastors, deacons, bishops, apostles, popes, no matter, what the case may be. And we're going to dig into this just a little bit so maybe you can get an understanding of why I asked this question. How long are you supposed to stay in church? How long are you supposed to stay in the building? I asked this question because, I will share with y'all, always will, because I don't want you to think that, because you're still there, you're better, or, maybe you understand more. I do this to help. When you go to the building, say as a child, and you become older, and you might not stay in the same building, you might go to a different building. You may move, you may go to another state. When you become an adult, and I know, and this may be, this is towards the black church, I saw one of the things, that indoctrination things is you're not grown. Sounds familiar? You're not grown. And that's crazy. I'm grown. I pay my bills. Nobody pays for me. I'm doing this. There's nobody else doing this. But remember that when we talk spiritually, we thank God for everything. But the pastor will use that. And I don't know if they're doing it in the Caucasian church, but I know in the black church, I heard you are not grown. I got into it one time with a guy that tried that on me. I said, man, take that to church, bro. I said, you out here on a job and you talking about you ain't grown. And I knew he was an old no good deacon. So I'm like, man, get away from me. But how long is it before we finally get the relationship that we're supposed to have with God with no assistance? When is it that we get to, because guess what? The pastor is supposed to know more than us forever, right? You have to catch a pastor when they get into the element, because they will tell you very quickly, a member cannot tell me anything. A member cannot tell me anything. And especially if they've been to the, they've been studying, and not studying if they've been to the seminary. If they've been to the seminary, oh my goodness, you can't tell them anything. That's something I would like to bring up to y'all. Now, when the preacher's preaching good and everything is feeling right, and they have this conversation of God has to call you to preach the word, but you're told to go to seminary so you can get your certification so you can, by law, be able to preach. Now, understand this. Everyone that takes seminary not supposed to be preaching. But guess what? That certificate gives them that right. Oh, until you research and study and find out, the indoctrination is real, y'all. Now, I will be fair. I will be fair. In the beginning, yes, I think we do need the help. I'm not going to lie. I think we do. In the beginning, we do, because there's some things that we don't understand. But the problem is indoctrination. I just want you to help me so I can get to the point to where the Father and I have the relationship we're supposed to. But if you have not noticed, it is really confusing, isn't it? It's confusing because every time the pastor tells you, you don't know God. Because what they do, they go deeper into history. Then you're supposed to know this name and you're supposed to know that name. And when you know those names now, but guess what? There's so many names. So then you'll never know them. Huh? We are not understanding the power that we give over to the building. The Bible that I study, the Bible that's in my heart, and the word that I know about, that what the church is doing has nothing to do with the Bible, y'all. It has nothing to do with it. So how long are we supposed to stay there? Many great people have gave their lives to the building and just died, and were told, after they're gone, they were good givers. Oh, they had such a good heart. Oh, I'm going to miss them. That's it. That's all it was. How long are we supposed to be in that bondage of the building? Please, somebody give me an answer. And I told you before, you are not allowed to just give me scripture. That's not allowed. When you deal with old Dwight Kirk, who already knows all that, you're going to have to deal with common sense. And it's not going to work. So please, can I get an answer? Please. And I'm not just talking about someone that's indoctrinated, because guess what? Now you're indoctrinated. All you know is that you have to go to church. If you don't go to church, guess what? The devil's going to jump on you. So you have to keep going so the devil don't jump on you. That's not reality. I'm going to move on from that, but I will continue to ask this question until somebody answers this question. And please, like I said, share this. Give it to the bishop. Please give it to everybody. This is a question that needs to be asked. Because for the simple fact, y'all, the church, the building brings in so much money, then why are so many black people still poor? And the church is the first place they go. How long are we supposed to? Please, I would love an answer. I would love the discussion. Vote for what? That needs to be a shirt. Vote for what? You're just voting to lose. I don't think anybody ever looks, after you vote, and then what happens after you vote? Nothing. You still complain. You find out that everything that they're doing is about 10 years down the line. And if not 10 years down the line, so many months, and then whatever. And then guess what happens? You lose again. And like we know, the rich, they good. So why are you telling me to vote? Y'all have heard me say before, and I've told you, I want everyone that listens to me, please Google in the state that you live in, the ratio of white to black. And you tell me how you're supposed to outvote more people than you have in that state. because the majority of Caucasian people are voting. Okay, they believe in it, and they have no idea they losing as well, unless they have a nice little piece of money because they take care of the rich. So why are you telling me? See, we're not understanding, y'all. When we do that, we never look back and say, okay, I'm doing the same thing over and over. I vote for this person. Then this person gets in. Then everything that they said they're going to do, they're not going to do. So then I wait till the next person comes. Then when the next person comes, they do the same thing too. Oh, that's because whatever other party was not assisting them or helped them. So I've been noticing that since I started voting in 89. Oh, I'm sorry, 88. Turned 18 in 88. You know, you got to do all that. 18 back in the 80s. I don't know about now, but and you know, I'm told you I'm that kind of person. I keep my eyes and I look and I'm like, wait a minute, this don't sound right. I won't say too much because, especially if there's no ammunition, you understand, to go on, or when you don't have the support. You know what I'm saying? You could say something and people, yeah, you make a pretty good point. Hey, sometimes that's where it stops. You know what I'm saying? But vote for what? Especially, now, you're working, they're taking the majority of your money. Then, if you want change, you need to vote. For what? Nothing changes. When are we going to stop participating with this farce? We just have a new Chief Justice, Ms. Ketanji Brown, and everybody is excited, but she looks like another Clarence Thomas to me. Please accept my offense. She sat there and cried when she talked about the Constitution and the law that does not work for a black man or black woman unless you are a judge or you in the system, not in the system as being locked up, but you're not in law. That whole thing, that's why I never looked at it. They did the highlights, whatever, dog. It's the same thing I've been saying to y'all before. They're putting our sisters in this position, and I'm not talking about there. The Supreme Court is different. Local, you know what I'm saying? Police chiefs and police chiefs and judges, because why? They're going to do the law. And what the law is going to do to a black man or black woman, crucify. So guess what? You can't be mad because a Caucasian person didn't do it. It was your brother or your sister. We never think about it like that. Because we say it's the law, and I have to be obedient to the law. Yes, I do, but I'm not going to sit there and love it and cry about it. I would like it to be destroyed, and I don't have no love for the people that carry it out. Because a majority of the time, please understand this when I say this to y'all, and I said this, and I'm going to continue to say this. It says that a black person is what? 1/3 or 1/4 human. Something like that. I might be saying it wrong, but you know what I'm talking about. And they put it to where it cannot be changed. From Barack Obama to Kamala Harris, to anybody that is of color and sits in that house and can't change that? And you're telling me to vote and support? They can all die as far as I'm concerned. There's no way. Understand this, y'all. I'm pretty sure there may be some nice ones. There may be some that do help the community. There may be some, but those are not the ones that are in the position of power to change the situation. So that's my focus. I'm not talking about those people that are on your local level that are, trying to help the people eat. Man, much love to them. and do what their office says, that, and they don't, just stick with the law and, screw the people and let me lie. So there are some, okay? But like I said, that's not my focus. My focus is on the dirty ones, the ones that are in power and that can change something. That's my situation. That's my problem. If you're telling me that it's in, I don't know if it's the Constitution, the Amendment, I don't know what that is. I hate it because I don't like it because black people try to explain it away in paragraphs and in books. If you're telling me that I'm 1/3 of a human, that's exactly what the hell it means. And don't try to play me like I'm stupid. And then put it in there. It can't be changed ever. Laws are meant to be broken, right? So why hasn't that been changed with so many Maxine Waters and so many? Because we are distracted when they offer us, wait a minute, Fort Bragg is looking for a new name change. And it's funny, they have Harriet Tubman up there for the name of a military installation. And I'm supposed to be proud. Why? They gift us with BS. And then we say, yay. No. Get away from me. Die now. You people that are in position are the worst pieces of trash and liars that this world will ever know. Have you noticed that in any country, and a lot of these countries do the same thing the United States does, with this war, it doesn't hurt Putin. It doesn't hurt Biden when he sanctions. It hurts us. Putin don't get hurt. His people get hurt. Come on now. He's a dictator. Dictators don't move like presidents. They dirty all the way around. Come on now. This is not going to do nothing to him. If it did, wouldn't he stop? Wouldn't he have stopped by now? With all, I'm sanctioning and I'm going to sanction. And I guess he's saying, and I'm going to keep bombing while you and your mother die. We are not paying attention. They have been by inflation, because remember, gas and food was going up anyway. But now we don't. I'm sorry. They call it stagflation. Stagflation. So, isn't it funny how they always have to put a name on something, especially BS, to try to make it right? Yes. We pay attention to the lies. You know what? I think we should stop showing up at these sorry ass polls. I think we should. Especially if nothing's going to change anything. That's why you will never hear me get away from when we put our money together. We're going to be good to go. But it's not going to happen. You know why it's not going to happen? We're too busy being hood. We're too busy thinking that life is love and hip hop. Our sisters are out here following K. Michelle and Cardi B. Maybe with the money, but the actions, no. The moves, find out what they're doing in real life. Not the TV, reality TV. Find out why they have the cars. Find out. That's financial literacy. And for the brothers, same thing. Looking at the guys' grills in their mouths and all this other stuff. Mumble rapping and all this other mess. They need speech therapy. And I'm talking about the people that's mimicking them, and they can speak because, they do the mouth exercise. Like I said before, it's funny. I said the young boys, they have middle school voices, and they about 20, 22, 23, and sound like they in middle school, and it's more now than it was before. You would always find some, but good grief. I've never seen it. We got to change something, y'all. We got to change something. Something needs to change here. We need to get And it's crazy because the ones that have the money say, let's get money. When are the people that don't have money, when are we going to say, let's get money? But we can't do it by ourselves. We can't. That's been proven. And when I say by ourselves, I'm talking about as individuals. When are we going to get together and fix our situation? Because I told you, NAACP is not the answer, nor is the government, nor is the church. So where do we go now? All right, I have one more, y'all. I have one more. Here we have a situation in North Carolina where our children are not getting a good education. I just, one of the young men on my job, he's young, he's young, and he left the job we were, he said he took a pay cut and everything. He left the job, he said, because Fayetteville is not offering the best education for his children. And I was like, yep, I gave him a thumbs up. I said, I agree. He said, Fayetteville is not offering them the best education. So he moved somewhere else and he put him in a private school. As a matter of fact, he said, I'm able to put him in a private school, and he took a pay cut, for making the move. But he said in the long run, it'll be better. Now, we have the situation here where the Republicans are being asked to put money for basic education. It's called Leandro case. You've probably been keeping up with it, and they're telling them to put more money into, the education, so the children can have a better education and, how to say, be competitive. Now, let's be real, and please accept my offense. They won't use any of that when it's time to really get to work. But hey, what we say, education is first, right? So they're telling them that the judge said you need to put $8 billion, something like that, on, into education, for a basic education, not premium, not mid-grade, not the best education in the country, just basic, basic. And do you know the dumb Republicans in their suit says, you can't make us do that. They do not care. Now, it was a Democratic judge that said for them to do it. So a Republican put a Republican judge over it. So now it's really not going to be done. We are sitting here kumbaya and holding hands with the enemy. We are sitting here talking about, well, y'all just do what you're supposed to do. We stand in front of cameras and we're begging these sons of bitches to give our children a basic education. Is that, hey, and guess what? That's not just black people either. This ain't right. And we are so respectful. I will cuss their souls out. I cannot stand their smirks when they're gerrymandering and they're doing all that they're doing and saying, you really can't do anything to us. I wanted to say something, but I'm not. We have to get an understanding, everyone, that we are every day coercing with our enemy. We are being understanding of our enemy. We work side by side with our enemy. And a lot of times, like me, I work for my enemy because they say, what? We pay you for jobs and services and shut up and die, and we don't care. And when you're gone, we'll just replace you, move on. And hey, there's a lot of people that listen to me right now in the same position. But at the same time, trust me, they know that I have no love for them. And I make sure that they know it. I'm not boisterous to the point of, getting myself terminated or anything like that. But I do, say things around people that are tattletales and, punks and faggots. And when I say that, I'm not talking about gay or anything. I'm talking about the acting like women. That's something, a Be More thing. Be More people know what I'm talking about. And they are, and I say the things, you know what I'm saying? And explain what I'm saying when I say what I mean. You understand what I'm saying? So I make sure that they know the way I see the people that I work for. I see them like the government. I can't trust them. I watch them at every turn. When they lie, when they say they're going to do this, they don't do it. You understand? To my, plant manager there, it's something, y'all, that, and I noticed this on my job, and I say this to y'all, man. Do you know they teach us, they force us to be around the people that we don't want to deal with. We work with the people that we don't like. And when you walk away, I'm in the South, they talk about you like a dog the second you walk away. Because like I said, I'm in the South. It'll be your family and it'll be your co-workers. Everybody, something has to change. But it's not going to change if we keep sitting around talking about kumbaya, my Lord, kumbaya. Nope. Not going to do it. And don't challenge me, because if you challenge me, I get in your tail. And I'm talking about, anybody that may, I don't like what you said, right? Well, let's discuss it. Because like I said, let's agree to disagree is a lifestyle. It's not just a saying. You're not going to tell me, because if I reverse the roles, you're going to have the same problem I have. Everybody, thank you for joining me. Please look at this thing differently. Please start saying we have to change this situation. We have to make sure in our neighborhoods that the children are eating. We got to make sure in our neighborhoods that our children are getting a better education. We have to make sure that we are not dependent, you understand what I'm saying, on this government. I do have one more thing. I'm sorry, y'all. I do have one more thing before I, check out here. And I want y'all to remember this. I was getting this the other day. Do you know when we talk about welfare, the only people that complain about welfare are, the people that either don't get it and acting like that their tax money is paying that. And I heard somebody, my tax dollars do pay for food stamps and Medicaid. And oh my goodness. Can I help you? If you've ever noticed, what's number one, y'all? What's number one so I can help you out? There are more Caucasian people on food stamps and welfare than there are black people. There are not enough black people, holler back, to keep that system going. Remember when I said some time ago, I said there's money in poverty. When someone goes to the supermarket to use the food stamps, who gets that money back? Yeah, got it. When they pay for rental assistance, who gets that money back? Stop thinking that your tax dollars are paying for all of this. They recycle, people. They've been recycling. That's what they do. With the job that I'm working, all I see them do since I've been there for this year, make my 19 years, they recycle. They don't bring anything in new. Not one person. They always recycle. Nobody comes in. They just recycle them. That's what billionaires do. And I've been watching them. And I had to put it together. Now, understand this. If your tax dollars is paying it, They flipping that too. But we're so busy with the little bit we get, we complain. I don't want to keep complaining. Come get with me. I told you. This. I'm somewhere else. You're not going to tell me that we have to keep doing this. We have to keep living like this, and especially when we see how the Spanish people do. When they all live in that house, and then everybody ventures off until they have their own. And guess what? A lot of times they don't come back. But I want more than that. I want us all in nice, dependable cars. I want all our deep freezers and refrigerators packed. I want us all to have our lawnmowers. I want us all to be in our homes. But we can't do that individually. Everybody, thank you for joining me. And remember what I always say. Please don't keep doing the same thing and expecting different results. Y'all be good.
I know I messed up over and over, and I'm feeling like a wounded soldier. I'm trying to find the heat somewhere, but it's getting colder. I messed up and I fell from grace. Now I'm standing in this empty space, and everybody's looking at me like I'm crazy. I never said I'm perfect, no, I'm human just like you. I make mistakes sometimes, I fall just like you do. Somebody hold me, why can't you be here? Why don't you love me, even when I do wrong? I'm only human, so don't judge me, but I need you to love me now. I'm only human. I just want you to love me, even when I mess up. Listen, ain't we supposed to love one another, even when we mess up? Yep, wasn't you just calling me a brother? But I guess that time is up, cause when I fell, you didn't catch me. But as a matter of fact, you left me. Thought we was better than that, we was cool. That's what you said when you met me. But it's all good now, I know. This is something that I learn and grow from. Cause people will change every day. The same ones that'll push you up are the same ones that'll bring you down. Nah, it's okay though I hit the ground, cause I'm getting back up again. Somebody hold me, why can't you be here? Why don't you love me, even when I do wrong? I'm only human, so don't judge me, but I need you to love me now. I ain't done, I got one more verse, cause a lot of me done been hurt. Y'all think I'm talking about the streets, no, but I'm talking right in the church. Not making excuses for what I did, but we should still be here for one another, cause we're all his kids. But y'all still preaching about ladies wearing skirts, instead of preaching about your sister being hurt. Only preaching about the 10% of giving, when the elder next to you ain't been forgiven. You gotta think about the body as a whole, instead of thinking about the political goal. Cause that don't matter if you ain't got no love for me. Yeah. Everybody running around in red bottoms, but can't seem to hear us in there calling for prayer. Somebody help me. Oh, won't you hold me? Why can't you be here? Why don't you love me, even when I do wrong? I'm only human, so don't judge me, but I need Just like